Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Wednesday, August 17, 2016, around 3:50 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's a sunny day out, low humidity, and a little bit breezy, but it's a break from the hazy, hot, and humid weather. Many people have turned off the air conditioners right now and open up the window because it's nice out. But soon it'll be back to heat and humidity. Some news to report. Garrison's Restaurant in Billerica, Massachusetts is closed down for about a week as they do renovations. And also sad news to report in Hollywood. Famous Hollywood director Arthur Hillard passed away at the age of 92. Arthur was famous for directing the classic 1970 movie Love Story starring Ryan O'Neal and Ally McGraw. So prayers to his family in this time of need. And that's about it on the news. My second video blog subject of the day is about the former network FNN Score, or it was eventually rebranded as FNN Sports. FNN was Financial News Network, and they showed on the weekends sports programming, and they started it in 1985, and it was called FNN Score. And usually they showed programs on that network was sports talk show that were kind of a concept on television that eventually went to the radio. They had a show where the fans speak out, which they could call in. Also, they had sports collectible show, and they had like the final score show, which had highlights of the day's sporting events. But FNN Score's most famous program was Time Out for Sports. Time Out Trivia for Sports. Time Out Trivia for Sports was like a sports trivia contest, and the callers could call in, and was interactive, and if they won a lot of great prizes. That was like a cult following show. Plus, FNN Score would have programs about tennis, and they also had a baseball show during the baseball season, and they also had a sports betting show, which was pretty good. And FNN Score actually showed some sporting events. They showed some college basketball games, and they even showed some NIT tournament games, like in the mid to late 80s. Also, FNN Score would show kickboxing and regular boxing, and MISL soccer, which it was the major indoor soccer league. And FNN Score showed some NASCAR races back in the 1980s. And also FNN Score showed a lot of professional wrestling. They showed them from the Continental Wrestling Federation, and also from the CWA in Memphis, which was Jerry the King Lawler. They also showed World Class Championship Wrestling and Polynesian Pro Wrestling from Hawaii. And they also showed some Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. And they even brought in 1988-1989 time frame, they had a Piper's Pit on FNN Score, hosted by Rowdy Piper, and his co-host was the longtime AWA play-by-play announcer Lee Marshall, Stagger Lee, as Dusty Rhodes used to call him. And also FNN Score will go have a ticker for the latest sports news and scores, and it was a little bit of continuous, which was really innovating back in that day, because ESPN did not have like a ticker for major news stories. They just did it like 2 times an hour. In 1990, FNN Score was rebranded as FNN Sports, and it continued on for another year or so. They kind of like phased out the wrestling programming in like 1990 because all the territories were drying up, and they could show a few more, like they even showed some karate matches and a few other stuff. And FNN Sports abruptly ended in spring of 1991 when FNN was bought out by CNBC, and that dissolved the network. CNBC was not going to pick up any sports programming or have like on the weekend sports talk shows or sports trivia at all. I saw FNN Score /sports a few times. It was a decent cable network, kind of. They did some innovating stuff with like sports talk shows on television in the late 80s and early 90s, probably like a prelude to the sports debate stuff that you see on many cable sports networks. And they showing like some like hodgepodge sports, which was pretty good. And that's about it on FNN Score /sports. Be back later for the third and final video vlog of the night, which will be about my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is about former NBA player and current head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. And I'm Julie Ben Guy. Molly was WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York is so cute, and she has the best legs in New York City. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and in the words of Dee Patel last week, no bus, see you later, bye now.